Hello class. This is Mr. Postolione. I'm making this video for Holy Trinity High School, my geometry and honors geometry class. We just started the year. This is basically coming up the second full week of class, trying to get you guys geometry ready, doing a kind of a quick review of algebra last week and this week. You got a quiz last week that I think was a learning experience for both of us. Okay, all of us, I should say. I'm learning what you know and what you don't know. Today, by the way, is the second to the last day of August. It's August 30th, 2020. We're still in the midst of a pandemic. Some of you, many of you are e-learners, and you get to see me without a mask on. Okay, anyway, let's talk about being prepared for this Wednesday's quiz number 2. Okay, remember, each quiz has 2 parts to it. You take the quiz, then when you get it graded, you can go back, do the questions, work, and answer. They're called QWAs. Questions, work, and answer. All the ones that you got wrong, not the ones you got right, and submit that to me, and I give you 100 points. Okay? So once again, if you get a 60, okay, the 100 points added to that brings your grade up to an 80. All right? This is all about mastery. I'm much more concerned with you learning this stuff, okay? The grade is secondary to your learning. All right? You heard that from me. Okay, let's talk about Axel the ant. I gave you a little helpful hint last week. I said, okay, what if you had a ruler, which essentially is a number line, okay? Let's say this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And say Axel the ant is here, and he walks to here. Okay, say this is A and this is B. A, B. This looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. My question to you guys last week was, what if we want to know the midpoint between A and B? Easy. All you do is take the 1, okay, because that's where point A is, and the 4, where point B is, add them together. This is one length, right? This is one distance. 0 to 1 is 1. 0 to 4 is 4. Okay, those are 2 different distances. You add them and divide by 2 to get the average. Well, that average is going to put you right smack in the middle between 1 and 4. This is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5. Divided by 2, 2.5. Well, that looks like the middle, and it is. Okay, now, this is a real easy example, but instead of 1, what if we were 1.25? And say this was 3.5. Well, you would add those 2. Once again, let me make room here. You would add these 2. Okay, it looks like 4.75, and divide that in half. Got to remember to take this, okay, and divide it in half. All right, that'll give you the midpoint. All right, try that on your own. I don't think it's going to cause a problem for you. All right, you will have that on Wednesday's quiz. I think that's number 1. All right, let's talk about let's see. We talked about this shape called a rhombus. A rhombus. Rhombus is an unusual shape because all the sides of it are congruent, same size and shape. Now the thing about a rhombus is, though, a rhombus is a 4-sided figure. Now, if all of them are the same size, all sides, Well, you just add them all up for the perimeter, if that's what you're looking for, right? So if this is, I don't know, say it's 7. 7 times 4, 28, you're done. The only time this gets a little tricky is when you have a mixed number. I'm trying to get you guys working with fractions, right? Say it's 7.5. Well, if this is 7.5, 7.5 and 7.5 is 15, right? If you've got two more equal sides, 15 plus 15 is 30. Pretty easy. Next. So you'll have a rhombus problem. Okay. Here's a good one. Remember I taught you the flying x? So you got 3/8 plus 1/6. All right. I told you this turns into kind of like a multiplication problem. You're multiplying 8 times 6 to get 48. That's the new common denominator. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 times 8 is 8. Looks like you've got 26 over 48. They're even numbers. Okay, so I know I could divide by 2. This is 13 over 24. Okay, done. Now, what if they give you this, and they will, usually on probably some standardized test. What if you had 3/8 plus 1/6 minus 1/7? Whoa. Well, we already did this. We already got that answer. Whatever that answer is, you subtract 1/7 from it. Use the flying x again, but remember, this is a minus sign, so you're subtracting instead of adding. Okay? Should be able to get that. If you have a problem, talk to a classmate, work it out, see me, all right? But you're going to get 3 fractions to simplify on Wednesday's test. Okay? I warned you. Okay, next one. Let's see. We said we had, say you had 7, say 3x plus 1. Say you had something like this, okay? Well, don't multiply this times this, like PEMDAS tells us. You don't necessarily have to do the multiplication first. And I asked you that question last quiz 1, okay, that last quiz. And, I got some people that were close, some people that really nailed it. What I wanted to hear from you was, when you see PEMDAS, it looks like you have to do the multiplications before the divisions. Not so. You do them in order. This is a multiplication, this is a division. I'm doing the division first. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 1 times this is just 3x plus 1. Okay? Easy. If you went this route, 7 times 3x is 21x plus 7. Then you got to divide that. Come on. This is the way to do it. Okay? You do the divisions, multiplications, and divisions in order from left to right. Okay? That's the fine print. Next. We've been talking about slope, steepness, pitch, slant. Remember, slope is not a line. The line has slope. Okay? It has slope. If it's going from left to right like this, it's on the increase. It's positive. If it's going down from left to right, remember I gotta say from left to right. From left to right, that's a negative slope. It's going down. Okay? You're going down here and over here. Right? Over here you're going up, that's positive, and to the right that's also positive. So that is a positive slope. Okay? Where it gets tricky is when you have a line like this. Well, what kind of slope is that? That's a 0 slope. If it's like this, That's undefined. Undefined or no slope. Now the way you can remember this is this Z here. The top of the Z is a horizontal line. No slope. That this N here is going up and down, right? And it's a tricky way to remember. Okay? All right. I used to always get that mixed up. Okay, next one. Let's see. Just remember this. Just remember this. Factors you multiply, terms you add or subtract. Okay? Factors you can multiply or divide. Okay? Terms you're adding or subtracting. Just remember that. What if you had 1 over 3 to the negative 2? Okay, when this looks like this, you bring it up, okay, and you change the exponent. You change the exponent to a positive in this case. All right? Just like if you, now the answer to this would be 9. What if you had 3 to the negative 2 on top? Well, you cross that fraction bar and it's positive down below. So that would be 1/9. Okay? If you have trouble with that, ask a classmate, go to online videos, watch this video again, or just send me an email. Okay? Let's see, simplify, blah, blah. I get a few simplifies. Hey, what if you had a triangle? What if you had a triangle and they told you that the perimeter was, 40? And they gave you algebraic expressions for the sides. Say you had 2x and x times the square root of 3. I don't know. Okay? Well, how'd you find out what x was? Add them up, right? X plus 2x plus x the square root of 3 or square root of 3x equals what? 40. Okay, so you add these up, solve for x, and that's how you could find how tall this is, because x is the height. Okay, just, you got this mathematical toolbox. All right, math is just a tool. Perimeter, you add up all the sides. Well, all right, so they don't give you numbers per se. They give you algebraic expressions, which, by the way, are numbers. I've been saying this over and over again. This is a number. We just don't know what it is yet. Okay? Add them up to get your perimeter that they give you. Solve for x. Boom, you're done. Okay? All right, let's see. What if I had a rectangle and say this was 40 and they tell you the height is half that? What's the perimeter? Duh, half of the 40, okay, is 20. 2 times 20 plus 2 times 40, okay, whatever that is, 40 plus 80, 120. Okay? Not so bad. That's on the quiz. Let's see. Okay, we talked about slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. The m is the slope, the b is the y-intercept. That's why they call it slope-intercept form. Basically, it's the slope-intercept form of the slope formula. Okay, we'll talk about that later on in the week. But if you're lucky enough to have something like this, the slope is 3, you know, the y-intercept is 7. Just that easy. Now, check this out. What if they asked you what the x-intercept was? Well, there's something special about the y-intercept. This is a y-intercept, this is a y-intercept, that's a y-intercept, right? Because you could have lines crossing these, right? And where lines cross the y-axis, that's what we call the y-intercept, okay? What do we know about x? X is going to be 0 here, right? See, this is 0, 7, and this is 0, 3, and this is 0, -2. I don't know. But I do know one thing. When I'm looking for the y-intercept, I make x 0. Well, check it out. If x is 0, 0 times 3 is 0. Ooh, look. Y equals 7. 7 is it's the coordinate for y when x is 0. 0, 7. Point would be right there. Okay? If I want to know the x-intercept, whoa, that's where it crosses the x-axis. Guess what? The y is going to be 0. I make y 0 here, 3x plus 7. Subtract 7 from both sides. That's 0. I get 3x equals -7. Divide both sides by 3. It's not pretty, but x is -7 over 3, 2 1/3. So -2 1/3 would be where this line crosses the x-axis, not the y-axis. See, there are y-intercepts and x-intercepts, okay? The y-intercept crosses the y-axis, going up and down. The x-intercept, it's where a line crosses the x-axis. Got it? Hope so. Because there will be true-false questions on this test. Let's see. If you have 2x plus 9y equals 30. Remember I told you this is the standard form of a linear equation. Linear equation has a graph of a line. If you want to know the slope, this is the formula for it, okay? The general form or the standard form of a linear equation. You take -a and put it over b in the basement. -a, dirty, dusty attic. Remember that? Take the 2, put it over the 9. Looks like the slope is -2 over 9. Right? To find the y-intercept, it's c over b. Well, 30 is c, right? See them? 30c over b, 9. Okay, 30 over 9, what is that? 3 1/3? That would be the y-intercept, okay? It would be 0, 3 1/3. That would be the point where this line crosses the y-axis. All right, almost done, guys. Almost done. We're done. We're done. That last one, I already told you. Okay, take a look at this video multiple times if you like. Suffer through this, but I guarantee you'll get a better grade on that quiz. All right. See you tomorrow, Monday. Take care.